iPhone 16 Pro Max. The data is important. Water damage won't turn on. The motherboard has been removed. Next, we'll power it up and check the current. After powering it up, we see a leakage of 100 milliamps. Pressing the power button shows no current response at all. Since there's a leakage, it means water got into the motherboard, causing chip corrosion and damage. So we'll first separate the motherboard layers to check the internal water damage. Once the layers are separated, we see the bottom layer has severe water corrosion. Under the microscope, you can very clearly see that this area has very serious water damage. These two spots already show signs of burn damage and scorching. Next, we'll start by repairing the water corroded and damaged areas in chips one by one. After cleaning the solder pads, we see some individual capacitors are damaged. We'll just go ahead and replace them. Okay, the water corroded and damaged parts of the motherboard have been dealt with. Let's power it up to check for any current leakage. Good, the motherboard has no leakage now. Next, we'll continue by repairing these three water corroded and damaged chips one by one. Then we'll rebond and install them back onto the motherboard. Now all three chips have been successfully installed one by one. Powering it up again to test if the bottom layer alone can boot up. Okay, at this point, looking at the Kai, the bottom layer motherboard boots up normally. So the motherboard is now repaired. Next, we'll clean the water corroded and damaged connectors one by one. Then we'll repair the parts damaged by corrosion and oxidation. Now, the corroded connectors on both layers have been thoroughly cleaned and the repair is completed. Next, we'll continue by cleaning off the residual solder on the middle layer. Then we'll reball the middle layer and proceed with the bonding. Align it properly and heat it evenly with the heat gun. Once it reaches the right temperature, we'll perform the alignment nudge. The middle layer is now bonded, so this water damaged motherboard has been completely repaired. Next, we'll reassemble it for testing. The Apple logo is now appearing, successfully entered the system. So this iPhone 16 Pro Max with water damage and data recovery is fixed. Goodbye.